The underground gallery reeked of spray paint and privilege. Brooklyn's art district after midnight, where trust fund kids pretended to be rebels. Maya Chen leaned against exposed brick, ripped mom jeans hanging low on her hips, a cropped white tank top revealing the stick and poke tattoo above her ribcage. Worn Converse that had seen better days. Her black hair was buzzed on one side, the other falling past her shoulder in waves. Gold hoops caught the dim gallery lights. She was supposed to be networking. Instead, she was watching her last painting get sold to some crypto bro who probably thought Banksy was deep. Then the yelling started. Are you actually serious right now? You tanked the entire launch because you wanted to feel important? The voice was ice. Female. Cutting through the lo-fi beats like a knife. Maya turned. In the center of the gallery stood a woman who looked like she walked out of a CEO magazine spread. Jade Rivers. 27, tech founder. Forbes 30 under 30. Tailored black blazer over a silk camisole, high-waisted trousers that probably cost more than Maya's rent, pointed toe heels that could kill a man. Her platinum blonde hair was slicked back into a low bun, not a strand out of place. Diamond studs. Red lips. Eyes like frozen sapphires. Some guy in a wrinkled button-down was getting absolutely destroyed in front of everyone. I don't pay you to have opinions, Jade continued, her voice deadly calm. I pay you to make me richer. The guy looked like he might cry. People were filming. No one stepped in. Maya felt rage flood her veins. She'd been that person. Different building, same humiliation. Yo. Jade's eyes snapped to her. The room went silent. You good? Because from here it looks like you're compensating for something. Someone's drink hit the floor. Jade's expression didn't change, but something flickered behind those cold eyes. She walked toward Maya, heels clicking against concrete. Stopped 3 feet away. And you are? Someone who's tired of watching rich people get off on making others feel small. Jade's jaw tightened. This is business. This is a power trip. There's a difference. For a long moment, neither moved. The air between them crackled with something electric and dangerous. Then Jade smiled. It was terrifying. You've got nerve, she said softly. Stupidity, definitely. But nerve. Cool story. You've got issues. Want me to drop you a therapy link? Jade pulled out her phone, tapped something, then looked back at Maya with an expression that was almost curious. What's your name? Why? So you can destroy my life? Maybe. Maya Chen. Go ahead and try. Already got nothing to lose. Jade studied her for another beat, then turned and walked out, her assistant scrambling to follow. Maya stood there, heart pounding, suddenly aware she'd just confronted one of the most powerful women in the city. The wrinkled shirt guy approached. Do you know who that was? Yeah. An asshole in expensive clothes. That was Jade Rivers. She could ruin you. Maya shrugged, trying to ignore the adrenaline crash. Then I'll go down swinging. But later that night, back in her studio apartment with mold creeping up the bathroom wall, Maya stared at the email on her cracked phone screen. From j.rivers@riverstech.com. Subject, tomorrow. Message, Tribeca. Noon. Come alone. Attached was an address and nothing else. Maya's finger hovered over delete. Then she thought about her empty bank account. The medical bills she couldn't pay. Her little sister's college fund that didn't exist. She thought about Jade's frozen eyes and that terrifying smile. Against every instinct screaming at her to run, Maya typed one word. Fine. The response came in seconds. Good. Don't be late. Maya dropped her phone and stared at the ceiling, wondering what kind of trap she'd just walked into. Outside, sirens wailed. The city never slept. Neither would she. The penthouse smelled like money and secrets. Floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking Manhattan, furniture that looked uncomfortable on purpose, abstract art that probably cost six figures. Maya stood in the entryway in the same clothes from last night, feeling like a stain on white carpet. Jade sat behind a glass desk, wearing an oversized cream blazer over a black turtleneck, gold chain necklace, hair down now in perfect waves. She didn't look up from her laptop. Sit. Maya didn't move. I'm good standing. Jade's fingers stopped typing. She closed the laptop slowly, finally looking at Maya with those cold blue eyes. You're broke. Your sister needs surgery you can't afford. Your landlord's about to evict you. You sold your last piece for $300 to pay for groceries. Maya's blood went cold. How do you? I know everything about everyone who challenges me. Jade stood, walking around the desk. Question is, what do I do with that information? If you're trying to scare me, congrats. It's working. I'm not trying to scare you. Jade stopped in front of her. I'm offering you a job. Maya laughed. It came out bitter. Doing what? Being your punching bag? Being my fake girlfriend? The words hung in the air like smoke. Excuse me? Jade's expression didn't change. 6 months. Public appearances. Social media posts. Convince my investors I'm stable and committed. In return, I pay off your debt, cover your sister's medical bills, and give you $200,000 cash. Maya stared at her. This is insane. This is business. Why me? You could hire an actual model or something. Jade tilted her head. Because you're real. You challenged me in public. You're not afraid of me. That's rare. She paused. And frankly, you're exactly the type that makes my board think I've mellowed. So I'm like a PR stunt. You're a solution to a problem. Maya's mind raced. $200,000. Her sister could get the surgery. She could actually breathe for the first time in years. But looking at Jade's perfect face, her cold calculation, Maya felt something twist in her gut. What's the catch? No falling in love. No getting attached. When the 6 months are up, we walk away clean. And if I say no? Jade pulled out her phone, showed Maya a photo. It was Maya's sister, outside the hospital, looking exhausted. Then good luck paying for Emily's treatment with your art sales. Rage flooded Maya's veins. That's blackmail. That's motivation. Jade put the phone away. 24 hours to decide. Clock's ticking. Maya wanted to throw something. Wanted to scream. Instead, she turned and walked toward the elevator. Maya. She stopped, didn't turn around. For what it's worth, Jade said quietly, I respect people who fight back. Even when they can't win. Maya pressed the elevator button, her reflection staring back at her in the polished doors. She thought about Emily's smile. About the medical bills stacked on her kitchen counter. About the hollow feeling of having nothing left to lose. The elevator dinged. Maya stepped inside, turned around, and looked at Jade standing there in her perfect penthouse with her perfect life. I'll do it, Maya said. But not because you threatened me. Because my sister deserves better than this broken system. Jade's expression shifted. For just a second, something almost human flickered across her face. Good. Contracts being sent to your email. Read it. Sign it. We start Friday. The doors closed. Maya slumped against the wall, heart hammering, wondering what deal with the devil she'd just made. Her phone buzzed. Unknown number, you made the right choice. Then another message, also, buy better clothes. Can't have you looking homeless at the gala. Attached was a black Amex card photo and an address to a designer boutique. Maya stared at it, feeling the trap close around her like silk-lined handcuffs. 3 weeks in and Maya was drowning in designer labels and fake smiles. Tonight's charity gala reeked of champagne and performance. She stood next to Jade wearing a black slip dress that cost more than her old rent, strappy heels that hurt, hair professionally styled into soft curls. Silver jewelry. Red lips. Jade looked devastating in a tailored white suit, no shirt underneath, just skin and a pendant necklace. Hair slicked back. Minimal makeup. Every bit the powerful CEO playing her part. They'd been playing this game for weeks. Public hand-holding. Strategic Instagram posts. Carefully crafted moments that looked real but felt empty. Maya hated how good she was getting at lying. "Smile more," Jade murmured, her hand on Maya's lower back as they posed for photographers. "You look like you're at a funeral." "Maybe I am." Jade's grip tightened slightly. A warning. They moved through the crowd. Maya watched Jade transform into different versions of herself with each conversation. Cold with competitors. Charming with investors. Distant with everyone. Then Maya saw her. Across the room. Dark hair. Familiar eyes. Her ex Ava. The one who left when Maya's life fell apart. The one who said she couldn't handle the struggle. "I need air," Maya said suddenly. "We're in the middle of." "I need air." Something in Maya's voice made Jade stop. She followed Maya's gaze, saw Ava, and understood instantly. Balcony. Now. They escaped through a side door. The Manhattan skyline glittered below them, cold wind biting at exposed skin. Maya gripped the railing, breathing hard. "You okay?" Jade's voice was different. Softer. "Fine. You're a terrible liar. Takes one to know one." Jade stepped closer, leaning against the railing beside her. For a moment, neither spoke. "She hurt you," Jade said. Not a question. "She left when things got hard. Said she couldn't be with someone who had nothing." Maya laughed bitterly. "Guess she was right. She was a coward." Maya looked at Jade, surprised by the venom in her voice. "People who only love you when you're winning don't actually love you," Jade continued, staring out at the city. "They love what you can do for them. Is that why you don't let anyone in?" Jade's jaw tightened. "This isn't about me." "Everything's about you, Jade. That's kind of your whole thing." The words hung between them. Sharp. True. Jade turned to face her fully, and Maya saw something raw flash across those usually frozen eyes. "You want to know why I'm like this?" Jade's voice was low, dangerous. "Because the second you let people see weakness, they destroy you. My own father tried to tank my company because I wouldn't marry the investor's son he picked out. My ex sold our private photos to tabloids for money. Trust gets you ruined." Maya stared at her. This was the first real thing Jade had ever said. "So you built walls." "I built an empire." Jade looked away. The walls were just necessary architecture. Before Maya could respond, the balcony door opened. Jade's assistant looked panicked. "We have a problem." Inside, phones were buzzing. People were staring. Someone had leaked photos. Not of the gala. Of Maya and Jade from earlier that week. Fighting outside Maya's apartment building. Clearly arguing. Definitely not looking like a happy couple. The headlines were already spreading, "Tech CEO's romance a sham?" Maya felt her stomach drop. Jade's face went completely blank. Her CEO mask slamming back into place. Conference room. Now. She looked at her assistant. Lock it down. I want to know who leaked this in the next hour. They left the gala through a back entrance, cameras flashing, questions shouting. In the car, silence stretched like a knife. This breaks the contract, Jade said finally, her voice ice. I didn't leak anything. Someone did. Jade's phone kept buzzing. My investors are already calling. This makes me look weak. Desperate. Fake. Maybe because it is fake, Maya shot back. Maybe someone figured out this whole thing is just another one of your business deals. Jade's eyes cut to her. Watch it. Or what? You'll destroy me? Go ahead. At least I'll still have my soul. The car stopped. They'd arrived at Jade's building. Jade got out without a word. Maya sat there, watching her walk away in that perfect white suit, and felt something crack inside her chest. Because despite everything, despite the contract and the lies and the Ice Queen act, Maya had started to care. And that was the most dangerous thing of all. Her phone buzzed. Emily, the surgery's scheduled. Thank you. I love you. Maya closed her eyes, trapped between gratitude and guilt, wondering which would destroy her first. The leaked photos turned into a full-blown scandal. Paparazzi camped outside Maya's apartment. Her social media exploded with hate comments. Jade's stock prices dropped. And through it all, radio silence from Jade. Until the email came. Subject: End of contract. Message: Attached is the termination agreement. Sign it. Your sister's medical bills are covered as promised. The rest is void. Don't contact me again. Maya stared at the words, feeling hollow. She'd been used and discarded. Exactly like she feared. But something didn't add up. The photos were too perfectly timed. Too strategically damaging. Maya pulled up the original leak. Traced it back through 3 gossip sites to the source. And found a name that made her blood run cold. Ava Mitchell. Her ex had leaked the photos. But why? Maya called the one number she'd sworn never to dial again. Hello, stranger. Ava's voice was honey and poison. Saw you've been busy playing house with the Ice Queen. What did you do? Me? I just shared some truth with the world. You looked so miserable in those photos, Maya. I was doing you a favor. Bullshit. Who paid you? Silence. Then, does it matter? It clicked. Someone's trying to sabotage Jade through me. Maybe someone thinks she deserves it. Maybe someone thinks you deserve better than being her little project. Ava's voice turned sharp. She's using you, Maya. Just like everyone uses everyone in that world. And you're different? I loved you. You left me when I had nothing. That's not love. That's convenience. Maya hung up. She stood there, pieces clicking into place. Someone had hired Ava to destroy Jade's reputation. And Maya was just collateral damage. Her phone rang. Unknown number. Don't hang up. Jade's voice. Raw. Exhausted. Why would I? You already fired me. I didn't send that email. Maya froze. What? Check the address. It came from my company account, but I didn't write it. Someone inside my own company is sabotaging me. They leaked the photos. They sent the termination. Jade's voice cracked. They're trying to force me out. Who? My CFO. He's working with my father. They've been planning a hostile takeover for months. Making me look unstable was the final piece. Maya's mind raced. The fake relationship was supposed to make you look stable. It was. Until someone decided you were a better weapon against me than for me. Silence stretched between them. Why are you telling me this? Maya asked quietly. Because you deserve to know the truth. And because, Jade started again. Because out of everyone in my life, you're the only person who was real with me. Even when we were fake. Maya's chest tightened. I'm sorry, Jade continued. For dragging you into this. For putting a price tag on your integrity. You were right. I do treat people like chess pieces. But you were never just a piece to me. Then what was I? Someone who reminded me what it felt like to actually feel something. The words hit Maya like a freight train. I have a board meeting tomorrow at noon, Jade said. They're going to vote me out. Remove me from my own company. Everything I built, gone. So fight back. With what? They have evidence. Photos. The fake relationship contract. They'll paint me as manipulative and unstable. Maya thought about Emily's surgery. About the money she'd already received. About walking away clean like the contract promised. She thought about Jade standing on that balcony, walls cracking, admitting she'd been hurt before. She thought about the hollow feeling in her chest that only went away when Jade looked at her like she was real. What if you had proof they set you up? Maya said slowly. What if you had someone willing to testify that your CFO hired my ex to leak those photos? They'd never believe you. They'd say you're just trying to save the contract. Then make them believe. Maya grabbed her jacket. Where's the meeting? Maya, no. You don't have to. Address. Now. Jade gave it to her. Maya looked at herself in the mirror. Thought about all the versions of herself she'd lost. The artist. The dreamer. The girl who believed in goodness. Maybe this was who she was now. Someone who fought back even when the odds were impossible. Someone who cared too much to walk away. See you tomorrow, Maya said, and hung up before Jade could argue. She had 12 hours to build a case, track down evidence, and figure out how to save someone who'd never asked to be saved. Outside her window, the city lights blurred into stars. Maya Chen had nothing left to lose. So she'd risk everything. The boardroom smelled like power and desperation. 15 executives in designer suits sat around a marble table. Floor-to-ceiling windows framed the Manhattan skyline. Jade stood at the head in all black, tailored blazer, cigarette pants, hair down, face unreadable. Maya burst through the doors wearing ripped jeans, her vintage band tee, combat boots. Hair messy. No makeup. Exactly herself. Everyone turned. Meeting's private, Jade's CFO said, smirking. Richard Cross. 50s, silver hair. Expensive watch. The kind of man who thought money made him invincible. Cool. I'm testifying anyway. Maya dropped a folder on the table. Found some interesting stuff about who really leaked those photos. Richard's smirk faltered. Maya looked at Jade. Their eyes met. Something wordless passed between them. This is ridiculous, Richard stood. Security. Sit down, one of the board members said. Let her speak. Maya opened the folder. 3 weeks ago, Richard Cross contacted my ex-girlfriend Ava Mitchell. Paid her $50,000 to take photos of me and Jade arguing and leak them to press. Here's the wire transfer. She slid a document across the table. Here's the signed NDA she violated by talking to me last night. And here's a recording of her admitting the whole thing. She hit play on her phone. Ava's voice filled the room. Silence. Richard's face went pale. This is fabricated. Forensic accounting already confirmed the transfer, Jade said quietly, her voice lethal. Funny thing about wire transfers. They leave trails. The board members exchanged looks. You tried to destroy me using someone I cared about, Jade continued, walking around the table toward Richard. Tried to make me look unstable so you and my father could take everything I built. Your father wanted. My father wanted control. You wanted power. And you both underestimated me. Jade stopped in front of him. Maya had never seen her look more dangerous. You're fired. Effective immediately. Legal will be in touch about the fraud charges. Richard looked around the table for support. Found none. Security escorted him out. The door closed. Maya and Jade stood on opposite ends of the boardroom while 15 executives watched. The relationship, one board member said. Was it real? Maya and Jade looked at each other. It started as a contract, Jade admitted. A business arrangement to make me look stable. She paused. But somewhere along the way, it stopped being fake. At least for me. Every eye turned to Maya. I got paid to pretend to date her, Maya said. Got my sister's medical bills covered. Made more money in 3 weeks than I'd seen in my whole life. She walked closer to Jade. But the thing about pretending is, sometimes you forget you're acting. Sometimes the person you're supposed to be performing for becomes the only real thing in your life. She stopped right in front of Jade. I was never supposed to fall for you, Maya said softly. You were never supposed to be more than a transaction. But? Jade's voice barely a whisper. But you let me see the cracks. The real you hiding under all that ice. And that person? She's worth fighting for. The boardroom was dead silent. Jade reached out, fingers trembling slightly, and touched Maya's face. You sacrificed your privacy, your safety, for someone who started this by buying your loyalty. You can't buy what I'm giving you now. And what's that? Choice. Jade's eyes glistened. Maya had never seen her cry. Didn't think she was capable. I don't know how to do this, Jade whispered. Be real. Be vulnerable. Be someone who deserves you. Good thing I'm a pretty good teacher. Jade laughed. It sounded like breaking glass and new beginnings. Then she kissed Maya in front of 15 board members, the Manhattan skyline, and every carefully constructed wall she'd ever built. It tasted like freedom. When they pulled apart, Jade looked at the board. Meeting adjourned. I have better things to do than justify my existence to people who tried to destroy me. She took Maya's hand. They walked out together, leaving the boardroom behind. In the elevator, Maya asked, "What happens now?" Jade leaned against the wall, still holding her hand. Now I rebuild. Without the people who betrayed me. With the person who saved me. I didn't save you. You saved yourself. We saved each other. The elevator doors opened to the lobby. Cameras were already waiting. Press. Paparazzi. The world demanding answers. Jade looked at Maya. You ready for this? Maya thought about everything she'd been through. The poverty. The humiliation. The choice to fight back when fighting seemed impossible. She thought about Emily's smile when she called to say the surgery went well. About the art studio Jade had secretly rented for her downtown. About morning coffee and late-night conversations that stopped being part of the contract and started being part of something real. She thought about the girl she used to be and the woman she'd become. With you? Maya squeezed Jade's hand. I'm ready for anything. They stepped into the lights together. Not as a billionaire and her hired girlfriend. Not as a business transaction. But as two broken people who'd found something whole in each other's cracks. The cameras flashed. Questions shouted. The world spun on. And Maya Chen, artist, fighter, survivor, smiled. Because for the first time in her life, she wasn't just surviving. She was living. The end.